Hey guys, Chris Grant back, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the features inside of the product detail page on Amazon. Now, if you are new to Amazon, a product detail page just means a page that shows the details of a product, okay? And you'll see the title, you'll see the images, you got your bullet points over here, your buy box over here to the right. You won't necessarily have RevSeller if you are not a user of RevSeller. You might see an Amazon's Choice badge. You'll see the star rating, etc. But we're not here to talk about the anatomy of a product detail page. We are here to talk about Keepa. Now, Keepa is a Google Chrome extension that is free, but you should get the paid version of it. Okay, and it shows you things like the price history, the buy box price points, the sales rank history, whether or not Amazon was a seller. And typically, when you first install this, especially if you're new, what you're going to see is you're going to see this. And then you can click on more historical data and see this. Now, I would suggest that you leave your Keepa open like this, and for the rest of this series of videos, we are going to have both the more historical data as well as the price history and sales rank history boxes open. So let's talk a little bit about the anatomy of a Keepa graph. Okay, up here on the top, we have several things. We've got buy box price points. Those are these little triangles here. Okay, or I'm sorry, the buy box are these diamonds here. The triangles here are the new third-party FBA price. You've got this shaded orange for Amazon being in stock. We've got the sales rank, which is the green graph, green squiggly lines there, if you will. We've got the new price. So you can see here this blue line. So let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Get rid of this and that. We'll kind of go through these one by one. So what you'll see here is this blue line is the new price. Now the thing about the new price, where a lot of people get confused on a lot of times, is this new price is typically the lowest priced seller and does not include shipping. So you can see it's $29.84 here, and let's see what it is over here. It's $28.61. But we can see, yep, yeah, so Amazon is the lowest at the moment. The next lowest is going to be, or we see $22.98 here, but they're not hitting the buy box. 2861 is from Amazon. So this data is not always 100% accurate, but it's as good as we have. Okay. Now we've got Amazon in here, so this will let you know whether or not Amazon is a player or not. You can open up the used price, so we can see here there was no used price, and then we've got used prices in here, and then again no used sellers here. We've got the sales rank, and what you'll see is I have it set so that the sales rank is going down when the sales rank gets better and goes up when it gets worse. You can flip that around. That's the wrong way. I kid, sort of, but I would suggest that you keep it this way. So the lower the sales rank, the better. The lower this green graph, the better. Okay. You can see the list price. If you click here, you're going to see a kind of a brown line. So we can see the list price is stayed at $29.99. We can click collectible, and we've got any collectible prices here. So someone actually has this for sale at $129.95 as a collectible seller. I would imagine that they may think this becomes worth that much eventually when it's no longer being made and out of stock by everybody else. We can hit new third-party fulfilled by merchant. So what we can see here is that the new third-party FBM was at $37.89, and then down here it was at $31.08. If we click on that box, we can actually see $31.08, and this information was pulled on February the 20th at 11:20. Okay. Next up, we've got warehouse deals. So if there are any warehouse deals, it'll show the price points of them. So it looks like there was or there might be one. Oh, that's probably what So what that $22.98 is right there is that warehouse deal. That's why it's not getting the buy box, is because it is damaged or used. Then we've got new third-party FBA. These are going to be triangles. They're kind of an orange color. We can see we've got someone here at 2806, 2882, 2965. So what it's looking like here is someone's trying to get that buy box from Amazon by lowering their price. If we click on it, we can see that it's Fulfillment Express US. Let's see if this is, yep, Fulfillment Express. So Fulfillment Express US is trying to figure out, hey, where can I dump this price to get the buy box from Amazon? Then we can click on the buy box. So in this particular instance, the buy box is typically going to be Amazon. We see Amazon here, and Amazon knocked it down here. And we click on all these little triangles, and we can, come on. Not sure why that one's not opening, but we click that one here. We've got Amazon again. So these little, these diamonds, these pink diamonds, will show you what the actual buy box price was. We can pull up the used like new. This kind of stuff really isn't going to be applicable to us as sellers very often, unless you're looking at used books, which I would imagine most people watching this are probably more into new products, wholesale, online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, that kind of thing. You can do used very good, and then you can actually pull in eBay new price line as well. You can see here over on eBay it looks to be $42. That's something that I never use. Then let's talk a little bit about sales rank. So what we can see here is we can see that this product moves pretty well. Okay, the highest up here is 33,499 in sales rank. This is going to be in toys and games, so that's a pretty healthy sales rank. Now what we have to remember is that the sales rank is just a snapshot in time. Okay, it's not necessarily indicative of the historical sales velocity. However, what we can do is, because we've got this nice chart, we can actually see the historical velocity. Okay, we can see that this does become more popular and less popular, but it's moving. Okay, it's got a nice history of being a good seller. Okay, you can actually even see here where it looks like the sales rank was missing for a bit. This was a glitch that happened at Amazon, it seems, where they were not reporting sales rank on items for a while. So now here's the thing that a lot of people get confused about with sales rank. A lot of people think, well, the sales rank only moves when a sale happens, and that's not the case. Now, when a sale happens, that will typically lower the sales rank. However, because sales rank is figured out not only by the number of sales of an item or how often an order comes in, but it also is in conjunction with the popularity of other products in the category. So let's say, for example, that this particular Spider-Man is becoming more popular than another Spider-Man, which is actually ranked lower. Okay, well, the other Spider-Man may actually keep a lower rank for a while, even though this one is selling better, because the other Spider-Man has been more popular for longer. Okay, so we can actually see sales happen even when the sales rank is going up, especially if other things are moving at the same time. So it's a bit confusing, and I don't want anyone to start over analyzing and kind of get not see the trees for the forest, if you will, of what a Keepa graph can do for us. But there's a lot that goes into sales rank, and a lot of things that we're not told as sellers from Amazon. So what we have to do is we have to figure out, well, okay, I can see there's velocity, so I'm good with this. And if you're buying something brand new for the first time, rather than saying, okay, well, this probably is selling 150 times a month, it's not good to guess on that. You just need to test. So you can always test small and go big later on. Now, one of the things with sales rank that I would suggest that you try not to do is do not go over the statistic button here, which we'll go over a little bit later, and say, okay, well, there's 57 sales ranks drops per month, so this item sells 57 units a month. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be way off. Unless it's a book ranked, 2 million, and you can see that there's one rank drop per month, most likely that 57 is off. It's just how many times Keepa has recorded a rank drop. Okay, it's not necessarily how many times this product has sold. I would almost bet money that this has probably sold well more than 57 times over the past 30 days. Okay, so that's kind of the anatomy of the sales rank graph. Okay, now down here we've got some more historical data, and this is going to be the new offer count. This is going to be the important one because these are your competitors if you are selling new products. And you'll see here I've got the new offer count turned on. I do not have the used offer count turned on because I'm not worried about them, but if you're selling used products, you can do that. See, there's 2, and then 1, and then 2 for a little while. You can hit collectible offer count. So we've got our collectible offer count turned on. We can see that there's been 1 seller at collectible since beginning of January. And then we can also turn on the rating. So we can see here that this has a 4.9, had a 5 for a little while, dropped back down to a 4.9. We can also turn on the review count. So another way to tell that this is getting sales is that it's got a review count that's going up. Now, of course, you can see here it went 70 to 91, and then it dropped back down to 70. Who knows whether Amazon found some reviews that it didn't care for or whatever and deleted some, and then see it spikes back up and drops back down. But we can see that the number of reviews is consistently going up and up and up. So that's another indicator of something that is selling well. Okay, so I don't like to keep that on because I like to really see the number of historical sellers, because not only can we see that, okay, well, occasionally people are probably getting some sales on this, even though even though Amazon's on this particular product, but we can also kind of make some guesses as to whether or not there are some IP issues with a product. If we saw that there were 11 sellers and then all of a sudden there was 2 sellers, that might be an indication that someone came through and tried to clean this brand out of third-party sellers. Okay, so we got all that. Now, the other thing we can do is we can look at different date ranges. So we can look at the day. So this is today. All right. We can see that Amazon's pulled the buy box, or Keepa's pulled the buy box data once. They've pulled the sales rank data a couple of times. We can look at the week. We can look at the month, 3 months, or 90 days. This is the one that I like to keep it on. We can look at the year, and then we can look at all, which is 502 days. So it looks like Amazon probably created this listing back here. I'll bet you that's when Hasbro or whoever makes this probably let Amazon know that they were going to have this product available, and then in May of 2019 they actually got it in stock. I'll bet you money that's exactly what that was here. Is Amazon created this, Amazon came in stock. Okay, so I like to keep a look at the 90 days, and then I can move that around as I please. Now, the other things that are on this particular area, we may go through in another video. Down here, we've got community tracking. Okay, so we can see that 2 other users are tracking this product. 28.63 is the desired price for Amazon. 28.03 looks to be the new desired price. And this just kind of gives you some data from how many other people are looking at this product. In the statistics, we've got the lowest Amazon price as well as the date, the current Amazon price, the highest, the average over the last 90 days and 180 days, and then how many price drops Keepa has recorded over the past month. We can see there's been 28 price drops, and then of course it increases as well. In the new, we have the exact same thing. It's going to be $19.99 and $28.61, but the difference is we can see the highest is $38.78. excuse me, 38.78 was the highest price. That was a non-Amazon seller. The average price of 29.41 over the last 90 days and 29.11 over the last 180 days. About 25 price drops in the new section over the past month. And it does the same thing for used. And then in the sales rank, we get to see the lowest sales rank, the current sales rank, the highest sales rank, which would have been July 3, 2018. I think that was when it was out of stock, or when it just came in stock. I can't remember. The average sales rank over the last 90 and 180 days, and then how many sales rank drops are recorded over the past month. So it's nice to be able to look at that and kind of get okay, I can see that, if I'm selling this product, the average price is $29.40. If I'm buying it for $5, then that gives me plenty of cushion in case the price needs to come down so that I can sell it. I can see the average sales rank, which lets me know that, okay, over the last 90 days, this had a pretty good sales rank. This may be something that has a pretty good velocity. That velocity has stayed pretty stable over the last 180 days, and then I can go verify that again up here by actually looking at the graph itself. Okay, so there's a ton of data just here, but the thing is that there's also a bunch more that we can take advantage of. This is probably where 99% of Amazon sellers use Keepa, is right here on this page, and probably 99% of sellers just use this data right here, and that's fine. We've also got some eBay data up here. It's fine, but there's going to be a lot more information that we're going to go into next. We'll talk about tracking the product and the data and all of that stuff in the next videos. So if you guys have any questions on this, please drop them in a comment below. Shoot me a message, and we can dive deeper into the Keepa sales rank and price graph on a product detail page. So I will see you guys in the next video.